Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host Khalid Mohidin, and this is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. So, as you can see by the thumbnail, and obviously by the headline, we're going to be talking about the players that were left out of the Proteas squad, the guys that we feel were hard done by, the guys we thought would have been selected, and the guys that were obviously, you could say, so snubbed in a way. But before we get going, don't forget to obviously subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell for all future videos. Now, I want to talk to you guys in the comment section because today it's all about you and who you think was hard done by with regards to getting selected in the Proteas squad. Now, obviously, I'm going to put up the squad for the guys that haven't seen it quite yet. I know I'm going to be repeating it just like last night, but this is the squad that was available. Now, I think that majority of people will probably say that it's the T20 side of this particular squad that they're worried about. We can see that a lot of experienced guys were selected in this particular squad of 24. And obviously, a lot of people will have different opinions on who they think should have be given the opportunity. Now, we know that a lot of people want to see the likes of maybe AB de Villiers, and there's obviously that was a major talking point before we went into this. But there are some younger guys as well that were also left out of the squad. Now, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to go through it from the start. And let's not waste any time with regards to that. Let's just get straight into the comment section and discuss who you guys feel have missed out. So we start with Reginald. How's Reginald? How are you doing? Thank you for coming back onto the show. He goes flat out and he says immediately, Vian Libber, Marco Murray, Marcus Ackerman deserved a chance. Now, especially with these guys' performances during the MSL, I think that all of them showed their ability. Now, I know that there are certain spots in the Proteas setup and the Proteas lineup that you could say are a little bit of issues. And I think mainly the number 6 position and maybe that position in the number 3 spot. Now, obviously, all of us are going to say, yes, Faf deserves that position straight away, and Faf is back, and Faf is going to play. So, from my point of view, when you're looking about a guy like Marcus Ackerman, I see him number 4, number 3. When you look like a guy like Vian Libber, I see him, his ability is, he has the ability to obviously bat anywhere from 3 till 5, 6. And in this particular squad, I think because of being younger, or he's 28 now. He's not really as young as the other guys, but young with regards to experience. I'm talking about in the international format. I think he will probably be able to slot in that number 6 position, maybe as a spinner and a spinning all-rounder. And that's the type of guy, a batting spinner, more than a spinning all-rounder. So Vian Libber is a guy that I thought would maybe give an opportunity at this point. The way he played for the Durban Heat was spectacular. He showed his ability there with the bat, and he has the ability with the ball as well. Marco Murray also, but proved himself with the bat for the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants. My thing about Marco is, though, Marco will be a straight-out batsman in that number 6 position, and a big hitter. He can really clear the boundary. Incredible the way he performed. So he was another guy that I would say also, I would agree upon that. And there's another guy that maybe could have gotten the opportunity. Now, when you look at the squad and you try to think who could they have replaced, maybe a David Miller, maybe Heinrich Klaassen, maybe someone like John Smuts, maybe some of those Pike van Bouillon, maybe those are the guys that would come up. And those are the guys that I've seen come up on social media. But ultimately, I stick with what South Africa have decided and what the selectors have decided, and I will support the team no matter who they pick. I'm just going to be reading out what you guys say and what your opinions are. We've got Taksin that says Chris Morris, AB, and Imran Tahir. Those are 3 names that a lot of people wanted to see in the team sheet. I'm not quite sure what's happened with Imran Tahir and why Imran Tahir is not in this particular squad. Will he be available for the T20 World Cup? I'm not 100% sure right now. I thought that maybe Imran would be in this particular squad, but he's not. Chris Morris and AB, I don't think maybe that they've put their hands up for selection really. or said that they really want to play. I'm not 100% sure what those conversations were. When I spoke to Victor Pinsang, he said that he hadn't had any conversations with AB quite yet. Chris Morris obviously played in the IPL. And AB de Villiers is obviously played in the IPL as well and did quite well. And a lot of people would say, yes, they would love to see them back into the setup. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys maybe think that Taksin is making a good point? Who misses out for them? I think some of the youngsters will miss out if they get an opportunity. Vernie Rasmus saying, I would have liked to see Vian Libber and Marco Mare get a chance. I think they want Aiden Markin to regain his form before the test against Sri Lanka, so they're leaving him at the in their 4-day comp, and I think that might be the thinking behind this particular one, because we know that Aiden has showed his ability, especially in the ODI format. The way he's performed over there, every single time he plays Momentum One Day Cup, he destroys all the bowlers. Now there's a bigger opportunity for maybe Aiden to step up now even more in the 4-day competition, with the likes of the more experienced guys having moved now over to Proteas duty. So some of the Proteas have left, and now it's opened up a lot more, and we can see there's a lot of youngsters that are bowling in this tournament this year, in the 4 days franchise series. We've got the Leaf and Tanzis, the Gerald Kutsiers, the Dwan Janssens, the Marco Janssens. So many younger bowlers that are showcasing their talent at the moment and really putting up their hand and performing well. Abai saying definitely Chris Morris. Now, Abai, I want to know why you think that it's Chris Morris. When you comment, I want to always know a reason why, because obviously you are a part of the Cricket Fanatics family as well. So I would like to hear more from you, not just say why Chris, or just say your name. Dex saying, what about AB? My thing about AB is that if AB wanted to play in this particular, he wants to play in the World Cup, he needed to put his hand up for England. I think he needed to put up his hand, speak to the selectors, speak to the coach and say, look, yeah, I would like to play. Now, I don't know if he's done that. And AB, if you're out there and you're listening, which you can at any time say that you want to come on the show and come speak to the fans and let us know what you think, and let us know your reasoning behind not wanting to play, or whether you did put up your hand, or whatever the truth is. I know I'm clutching for straws right now for the interview with you, but I mean, everybody would actually like to know what is actually happening with AB. We'd really like to know what is going on with regards to him. Bad Panda and Hamza should have been selected in the ODI squad. Now, based on Zubair Hamza's form in the Momentum One Day Cup, you could easily say that. I mean, he was spectacular last season. I mean, Aiden came in, he just did the impossible, and the only reason why Aiden ended up outscoring Zubair Hamza. Sorry about that. So my view is, yes, I think Zubair Hamza is an excellent 50-over cricketer as well, and I think he does deserve a chance soon. I don't think he's a guy that can only be seen as test. When I've spoken to Zubair as well, he's always said that he's looking to play in all formats, not only in South African cricket, not only in test cricket. So that's obviously the case with regards to Zubair Hamza. Let's see what Dex has to say over here. Would you prefer Jonathan Bird or Reinhard van Tonder? That's a difficult one. I think Reinhard van Tonder is more of a number 3 batsman. Even though Reinhard did say that there's not much difference between number 3 and opening in 4-day cricket, he said. I think that in 50-over cricket, there is a big difference, obviously because of the power play, etc. If you're going to pick Jonathan Bird is an opening batter for me. Big hitter, good in the power play. He stands his ground, very powerful player. It's difficult for me to be able to pick between the two because I don't see them as the same. I think that you can only compare like for like. I think Jonathan Bird has a long way to go, and I think Reinhard van Tonder is coming to his own right now. So I'm not going to answer that particular question, Dex. Mabias Soka saying, again, I'm a bit doubtful about Imi. He's 41 and he's now headed to Australia to play in the BBL. He's still pretty good, but to be honest, we need to invest long-term options. Let me know what the long-term options are, Abai. Dex, I think it's very early days for both Bird and Van Tonder. RVT hasn't played a whole lot of T20 cricket, but he's much better prospect in the longer format. Marco Mare, maybe for the next series, and I would love to see Marco Mare in the setup. He's already proved himself at the Mzansi Super League level. Mudit Madan saying another wrist spinner, maybe. Yes, maybe another wrist spinner, maybe a right arm spinner. We don't have a lot of right arm spinners particularly in the squad. I think that we need to look for that type of guys going forward. Just so we can have some more balance. Tahsin saying Morris was one of the outstanding players in the IPL. He's fighter and match winner. And a lot of people will say that he has that X factor. My only concern about Morris is maybe he's more of a strike type of bowler. I think that he takes wickets, important wickets at important times, but it can be quite expensive. And if he's going to be a strike bowler in the Proteas side, he's going to be competing with a lot of guys, Andrik Nokia, Lungi Ngidi, and as well as Kagiso Rabada. I've yet to see really Morris play that holding type of role successfully and bowling a low economy and just holding an end, making sure that not a lot of people concede, that South Africa don't concede a lot, and obviously just to clamp down an end and clamp down the innings a little bit, to throttle the innings, as my friend Craig would always make fun of me saying that word. Happy birthday to Craig, by the way. It's his birthday today. He's one of our writers and one of my closest friends. So happy birthday to Craig. It's a quick shout out. I know he's not watching this show, maybe, but he's probably out for dinner. But happy birthday to him. Khalid, Morris can hit big down the order, and he can be more than a reliable death bowling option. He did reasonably well for RCB, but I think he should get a chance at redemption in the international cricket. I think if we're going to go for another all-rounder, I think Andile Peklikwayo is the first player that we're looking for in that number 8 position. But I think if we're going to go for another all-rounder, it needs to be a spinning all-rounder. So George Linder needs to play. Someone like Vian Libben they need to look at, especially because it's in India, the World Cup. So obviously that's what I would like to see. Apart saying again, Dylan Matthews is a rising leg spinner who I think has plenty of potential. We'll have to obviously see more of Dylan Matthews. Dylan Matthews is an excellent player. We need to see more of him, of course, and he needs to obviously. I think a lot of the younger guys, and I'm not going to say a lot of the younger guys, it's more about doing it consistently over a couple of seasons. You see a lot of them have a great season and then they have a dip and then a great season, and it's very inconsistent. The consistency is what you want to see in younger players. Tabraiz Shamsi has been going well in recent times. Yes, you're 100% correct. Keshav Maharaj will be a reliable feature across all three formats, and that is very true as well. Keshav is excellent. His attitude, his mental ability, he's just a perfect person, I think that it's going to be an awesome opportunity for Keshav to really showcase his talent across all things. Sorry, I'm getting messages over here, guys. So I'm just looking over here at what people are saying, and I'm getting a little bit distracted because it's about work. Jason Harrison, I remember Darren de Pavilion got a game earlier this year. Yes, he did, against Australia. Bowled well in that game. Yes, he did. I'm not sure if you think he should have got another look in. I did think that he needed another look in. But I think with the particular squad that they picked, they were obviously also searching for players of color that can fill up the numbers as well. That's also very important when it comes to selection. And with regards to that, I think that they've trusted more players of color that are and variety as well. Left armers like Bjorn Hendricks, for example, a left arm seamer that adds a bit something different. Junedala obviously back in the side again after being injured for quite some time. So yeah, I think it would have been great to see Darren de Pavilion get another opportunity. It really would have. What happened to Eddie Lee? I remember him playing a couple of T20 matches, and then he never really was in the thick of things for SA thereafter. Very true, Abai. Obviously, in the domestic system, he was still playing there. He did disappear quite quickly, and it's not very well known. Maybe you can do a feature on Eddie and find out what his career was like. That would be awesome. Tahsin saying Tahir might be old, but he's got experience and still a world-class spinner. Still can compete internationally. We need to look at World Cup that are long-term goals, even if you keep him as a spare. That is true. I don't believe completely in the fact that if you're old, you don't get an opportunity. If you're old and you're performing, then you should. Then age is just a number. But if you are not the same player that you used to be in your peak, and if you've dropped off your peak and you can't give the same intensity, then I don't know. I think a younger guy should get an opportunity, because I'd rather see a younger guy getting a 12 or 30 and going out than seeing a 35-year-old doing the same. Or I would rather see a younger player getting murdered around the ground, getting smacked around the ground, and learning from that experience than a 35-year-old getting smacked around the ground. So I just think that the youngster can learn more from those type of experiences. You can see that Abi de Villiers, I mean, he's still punishing a lot of players, so he still has it in him. He still has the ability in him. It's not like he's lost his talent or lost his way with age. Yes, maybe he can't handle the same amount of high intensity workloads across all formats anymore, but he still has the ability to be able to do it in one more campaign. So I think that I would like to know the real story behind AB, whether he put up his hand and told the conveners that he wants to be up for selection, or whether they just decided not to go to him and maybe not to approach him. Maybe they've just decided that he's retired and that's where he's going to stay. Tex saying, if Janneman gets a game in the T20s, would he open the batting with Quinton? I think he will. I think that's where they see Janneman. I think Janneman is an excellent opening batsman and a very attacking batsman. We saw his ability, obviously, in the series as before. Have the Proteas started training yet? We know that the England team has. We haven't heard. I think that they just arrived in their bubble. We saw some footage, obviously. We shared a tweet from Cricket South Africa early on. You can go check it out, of all the players, obviously, in their bubble in the hotel. So at least we know that they now all checked in and they are obviously safe and sound. Joel Harrison, hey Khalid, would you rest KJ and Nokia for the ODIs or the T20s? I will rest them for the ODIs, I think because there wasn't cricket for a long time, they had obviously a long IPL tournament. I think they have the momentum at the moment, and I think I'll just give them an opportunity to just continue. I think another 3 games wouldn't do them harm, or 2 games wouldn't do them harm. I would like to see how our best team that who we think our best team is, or who the selectors and who the coach thinks their best team is, play in the first 2 games and try to go for the win. I would really like to see how they perform under pressure and who our unit is. Demento saying, expecto patrono. Sorry. I think this is a pretty solid squad looking in the future. Of course, someone is going to miss out, but to be this, I'm reading it all wrong. Of course, someone is going to miss out, but to me, this is a very solid squad. It is a very solid squad. I can't deny on that. I think with the balance of youngsters, and it does lean more towards the experienced side more than the younger side. So I do think it's quite a solid squad, and I would really like to see how they perform together. We're gonna do a shows, obviously, leading up, where we get to pick, and I'm gonna get you guys pick your best 11s and see how close it is to the actual starting 11. I would like to do that type of guess, leading closer to the time. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of content for you guys for the England tour. So I really hope that you guys support us, follow us on all platforms, and keep an eye out for all our content on cricketfanaticsmag.com. Keep an eye out for that. Werner saying I would rest them in the ODIs and give players like Sapamla, Stearman games. England will also rest players in the ODIs. Joel, why we need them to play. It's time to get experience as a team and to sort out the final squad now. 100%. I agree with you. And that's exactly what I think. Now we've got a caller. He's making his debut on the channel. And I would really like to hear what he has to say. I'm going to give him the platform maybe to just give his thoughts and his views. Prashan, I'm going to add you now to the stream if you're ready. Oh, and he's left. Okay, so never mind for that. I thought that it's going to be an opportunity for him to make his debut, but he's exited the stream. So, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I loved all the comments in the comment section. Obviously, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, click that notification bell for all future videos. We really need all your support. We really want to get the numbers through the roof for the England tour. I want you guys to make sure that Cricket Fanatics magazine is one of the main platforms that you watch for the England tour and the main source of content for you guys for the England tour. I hope you guys really will do that and really give us the support and share it with all your friends and family. Don't forget to obviously download the latest issue of the magazine and subscribe to the magazine. It's completely free. Link is on the screen to become a subscriber, and the link is in the description as well. Don't forget to go to cricketfanaticsmag.com. We will be updating with amazing articles throughout the series. We'll be doing some previews. We do some reviews on this YouTube channel as well as keeping you up to date with what's happening in the 4-day series. And we got a lot of exciting news coming out, guys, that we're really looking forward to launch very, very soon. If you guys have a business and you're looking to get sales online, we have a free video on this channel, and the link is in the description. It's a free video, a free training course of how to get sales online, even if your business is offline. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are enjoying this content. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, everyone.